Thank you very much. Well, little known fact here, the number of single dads has actually doubled since 1990, and they have to fight stereotypes and the carpooling while trying to re-enter the dating scene oftentimes. So this morning joining me is Emily Fry of It's Just Lunch with some tips for single dads who may be looking to get back into the world of dating. Tell us about some of these stereotypes first off.
I would say the biggest stereotype that my single dads at It's Just Lunch face is the women think that they're looking for a second mom for their kids. And that's just not the case. Many times the co-parenting is going along just fine, but they want a relationship. They want to have someone in their life.
What other recommendations do you have for single fathers who may have been married for a long time? They've been out of the dating game for years and years, perhaps decades. It's a different world out there now.
It's a little bit different world. I will tell the guys one thing. The biggest thing is that chivalry is not dead. I don't care how much money the woman makes, what her title is, how many degrees she has. She still wants a guy who can pay for dinner on occasion or open the car door for her. So the chivalry is definitely not dead.
Is there a point where it's too much chivalry?
Well, a lot of times, women nowadays, they don't really need to be taken care of, right? There's not a ton of women out there who are looking for a guy to ride in on his white horse and sort of save the day so she can stop working. That's not really the way it works anymore. Women know what they want. They've got their career, their education, they're climbing the corporate ladder, but they really want a partner.
How about with regard to the new technology out there right now? Texting is huge. There's Facebook, there's Instagram. What is your advice to single dads who don't quite know how to navigate those waters?
That's totally fine, because I don't want them to navigate those waters. I want them to do the old-fashioned way. Pick up the phone, call her, and ask her out. I cannot stress how important that is. Even my younger clients, in their 20s and early 30s, they still are a little bit weirded out when somebody texts them and asks them out for a date. So just call them.
If they want to go to you for your service at It's Just Lunch, what do you offer?
Well, the great thing about It's Just Lunch is that we weed out anybody that you don't want to meet. So if we have some single dads, and if there's a woman who says, you know what, I really don't want to meet a man with kids, we won't make that introduction, so that you don't have to worry about getting into a relationship where you're like, you know what, it's not really going to work out, that there might not really be a future here.
And lunch being kind of a very non-threatening environment, it's usually daylight outside.
Absolutely.
The intimidation factor just isn't there, right?
It's not there. It's lunch, usually a drink after work during the week, so definitely low pressure, low key, but we make sure that everybody starts out on a level playing field.
And after that lunch, how does it work between the two parties?
It's definitely up to them to set up the second date. We're first date specialists at It's Just Lunch, so it's up to them to set up the second date. And again, make sure you call the person and set up the second date.
No texting.
Better yet, set the second date on the first date. That's pretty key. Yeah.
Before you go.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, Emily Fry, great advice for those single dads out there. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Anthony.
It's Just Lunch.